Bond. James Bond. I am so excited to finally get to watch No Time to Die after so many delays thanks to the pandemic. Oh, wait a minute. Your channel has to do with traveling. Why are you making a video about 007 and James Bond movies? Well, my friend, that's because 007 and the James Bond movie series has a lot to do with why I love to travel. One of the craziest facts about me, and when it comes to 007, James Bond movie films, is that I ironically started watching the movies, started enjoying the movies from 1962 until now at the age of 7. 007.
My name is Bond.
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 James Bond.
It's actually the earliest I've come to the beach in a long time. It's only 10:30. I've been introduced to movies at a very early age. That includes adult movies, rated R ones. Yeah, it's a bit too young. But as I grew older as a young boy, I got introduced to GoldenEye. It was my first 007 movie.
Beg your pardon? Forgot to knock.
And there was something unique about this that brought me to enjoy other older Bond movies throughout the years. Bond is charming, the action was awesome. But the biggest factor that would lead me to the traveler I am today is that James Bond travels the world.
Where would you like to go to first, sir?
Well, Government House, but I'm not in a hurry.
Being exposed to Bond movies at an early age exposed me to a lot of the beautiful places and adventures that James Bond went on in his movies. Istanbul, Miami, Thailand, Vietnam, Italy, Greece, Las Vegas, Iceland, Egypt, San Francisco, hell, even space. For many years, people say that the Fast and the Furious are eventually going to go to space, but James Bond did it first. Well, some of the films have actually built sets to film the movies. Most of the films actually went to the destination, the country, or the city to film these movies. And that's kind of like another layer of fascination that I had throughout the years, is that they actually went to these places around the world. One of the most fascinating, the coolest things about the Bond movies throughout the past 50 years, when he visits these places, they're documented like a set point in time that you can go back to. Like checking out what Istanbul looked like in 1963, or crossing Checkpoint Charlie in Octopussy. When you go back to the older movies, you see like, some of the gadgets and some of the things in the movie are outdated, but it's like a stamp in time that you can go back to and just enjoy. That goes the same for the travel experiences, the missions, the adventures that he had around the world.
Right on, brother.
It's the footprints that James Bond leaves behind in the movies and also as a legacy in the modern world. I feel like that goes the same for traveling. It's like when I travel, I hope to leave a footprint. I hope to leave some kind of a legacy as, I guess you could say, a cultural traveler. I guess in some way, some of what I appreciate in the Bond movies, it kind of carries on into the real world, into my travels. It's really cool. All right, yeah, Daniel Craig does it way better. Now, Bond hasn't been to Hawaii as far as the filming location goes, or even in the movie, at least not yet. But as far as location goes, that leaves one thing I look forward to in my travels, and that is going to the Bond locations in my travels. When I plan a trip somewhere around the world, or a set amount of countries, or a set amount of cities, I usually do my research and see if Bond has been there in the movies or if there has been a filming location I could possibly visit. And this is actually something I've done for the past 10 years of my travel. I've been to places like Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica, where they filmed Dr. No. Rose Island, Bahamas, a filming location for Thunderball. I've also been to a particular house in Amsterdam where they filmed the scene in Diamonds Are Forever. The Danube House in Prague, which is the opening scene for Casino Royale. Beautiful Basilica Cistern in Istanbul. And not to forget Rooftops, where some of Skyfall was filmed. To think that this is only a fraction of like 50 years worth of movies and filming locations and Bond locations that I still haven't been to yet, just really leaves a lot to look forward to. The point is, the Bond movies not only have inspired me throughout the years, but it also gives me something to look forward to when I travel. Call it like proxy travel, where I go off to a place, but I have an additional reason to go to. I may not have the charm as Bond, and definitely cannot dress like him, but at least I could follow in his footsteps. So at the time of recording, it's the day before No Time to Die comes out, and I'm just really excited. It's the last Daniel Craig Bond film, kind of closing an era of Bond before I guess a new one starts. It's not like it was when I was 7 years old. I'm 33 years old. I've had a lot of travel experiences. Just kind of looking back, ever since I started watching the Bond movies, this is just a perfect reminder of how much James Bond movies have impacted me as a person, but more so as a traveler. Mind you, I'm not killing people along the way, nor am I seducing 10 women in a time span of a couple of days. Yeah, no. Bond movies are fiction, but with the adventures that he goes on, they feel very much real to me. It gives me an additional reason to travel, not just to visit the locations of Bond, but because when I first watched Bond, and I watched more and more movies as I grew older, it helped grow my curiosity of what's out there in the world. And even though the Bond movies remain the same from the past 50 years, I grow older. I have seen the world. My travel experiences have changed me throughout the years. So every time I go back to them, it gives me a new light in how I can appreciate the world. What about you? Are you a Bond fan? Have you watched the movies? Has it inspired you to travel too? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like the video as it helps bring viewers to my channel, and also don't forget to subscribe.